What's going on, my team community? Dynamic duos. One of my favorite features of this game is the dynamic duos feature. You can get and all of a sudden, if it has a duo in the game, you take two players and they're more valuable than your individual player. And the way it works is, if they're on the court at the same exact time, then they each get a boost. For example, you want to run those guys on the front line together, and they will form an absolutely incredible front line for your team.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Kings. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Memphis, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for the Grizzlies, they've talked a lot in the preseason about how they wanted to bounce back from last year's disappointment. So far, they look to be on track to do just that.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Gordon is out there with Morant, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. De'Aaron Fox out there with the Prophet, and it's Holmes in at center. Looking at league trends, do you miss the physicality of years past? It was so much a part of the time that you played.
I do, Kev. I do miss the physical game. I miss the bumping, the grinding outside in there in the paint. But I also love the new game and the spacing. You know, you can appreciate the game so much more. It's like going to a ballet and being able to see the movement of the players, what they're doing out here. And so I love the fact it's not hampered by guys getting thrown to the floor and grab. I do like the physical play, though. I just want to find a happy medium.
And here are the Kings now. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to 3. Here's Clark. Dishes to Valanciunas. Gordon kicks to Morant. Back to Gordon. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Got a piece of it. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Fox. Passes it to the Prophet. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Well, this is why Fox's teammates love him. I mean, when they're open, he makes sure to get it to them.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Morant. Back to Gordon. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Outside, Fox. And there's the pass to the Prophet. 20 feet out. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. The Prophet's got his second basket of the game. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection. It's going to some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Number 1, the Kings.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Some numbers for the Prophet. First in assists, first in steals, and he's a devastating finisher on the inside. The best field goal percentage in the league.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. He didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Here's Fox after Eric Gordon's bucket. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. The defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
But he recovers it.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's the Prophet, defended by Gordon. Here's the Prophet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Prophet's got 6.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. We talked about their strategy for containing De'Aaron Fox, and coach said he's at his best in the open floor. We got a retreat on the release, tried to limit his chances out on the break. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Sacramento moving it around. Off target with his 3. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
Well, his father played in the NBA. He grew up in Indiana. His father was a teammate of mine, Jaren Jackson, over at the Wizards. He took on Jordan, and those guys didn't do too well. Oh, hey, let me get back to it anyway. But for Jaren Jackson Jr., you could say the game was in his blood and in the book.
Here's Fox after Eric Gordon's bucket. And finish off by Bagley.
An excellent finisher on those lob passes. If Bagley can get his hands to it, he will throw it down.
Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Valanciunas, good. Fox with it. He had 19 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Pass to Holmes. Here's the Prophet. Defended by Gordon. Fox. Here's Bagley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Chris and Jaren Sr., a three-point marksman, made sure his son worked on his perimeter shooting from a young age.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Jaren Sr. Even as some of Junior's coaches wanted him to focus on his inside game, Dad knew that. He said, sooner or later, son, you're going to need that outside shot. Boy, was he right.
Outside, Fox. That one good for 2.
He's fearless when it comes to attacking, scoring on the move. Fox has great body control and composure on his drives.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Gordon. Rebounded by Holmes. Sacramento leading by 4. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. That shot, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Clark, the pass to Jackson. The feed to Valanciunas. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Oh, you see how focused Valanciunas is? When he's got this positioning, he's determined to score.
Now Fox. He's their nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Passes it to Bagley. 6 to shoot over Jackson, and it's Bagley. That time on the assist by Fox.
With a multifaceted offensive skill set, Bagley's more than comfortable in the mid-range.
And here's Gordon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Clark. Back to Gordon. Outside Jackson. Takes the 3. Shot clock reset for Memphis. No good from Valanciunas. Sacramento leading by 4.
And he's far from a shooter. I mean, Fox also has the ability to burn you from this area, too.
Here's Morant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Clark kicks to Morant. With the teardrop, Sacramento grabs the miss. Holmes got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the pass to the Prophet. Back to Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. And it's Morant with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Inside, Valanciunas. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Reliable at executing in screen and roll. Valanciunas, he excels at taking what he sees in these sets.
The Prophet passes to Bagley. To the inside. To the left wing. Here's the Prophet. No good with the triple.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Here's Clark. Guarded by Fox. Jackson has the open look. Gets a very good look and converts. And now just a 2-point Sacramento lead. Timeout called by the Kings. Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one. There's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic, how about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him, and then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from, and that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because
Jackson finds Clark. Here's Morant. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches a three. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
that lightning quick release, Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't start that.
myleague is out there with Bagley. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then it's the Prophet. And it's Holmes. And at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Bagley. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Gordon. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. Right side, Fox passes to the Prophet. And Gordon over to help. Here's myleague, a 3-ball. Unable to get that one. Here's Clark. He's covered by Bielitsa.
It's easy to appreciate the physicality that Clark plays with. This is what earns him those calls.
Elbow. 2.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Clark.
Well, one thing the Kings have on their roster are very active bigs.
Yeah, guys like Bagley, Giles, and so on. I mean, they all move great, GA. I mean, these guys help the Kings to thrive in transition. They got quick, big men that can also start the break by bringing it up themselves.
And so Clark nails both of them.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Wasted no time on that one. 9 points for the Prophet.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the plane.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Knocks it loose. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player. But I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And Fox has it in the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Fox.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Outside Gordon. Out left to the wing. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. Over Bagley. And it's Morant missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside Fox. Outside Bagley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Is that a guard or a big? What a dime from Bagley. He continues to develop this vision.
Here's Gordon. 9 points in the game so far. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, Greg, and maybe the crowd had an effect on them. I mean, who knows? I mean, they looked uncomfortable.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Here's Morant. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Tipped away. Here's the Prophet. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Clark. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through the protect.
Now here's Gordon. He's tightly guarded. That's a foul called on the Prophet. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. The shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series, as you'd expect.
And we'll see what, or if anything has changed this year. Maybe it's still a matchup of the haves and have-nots. Or maybe the playing field's a little more even.
And, guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
To the paint, here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Morant. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. To shoot. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Off target from outside.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bagley, nice. 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Morant with it. He dishes it to Jackson. Over Bagley. Rebound by the Kings.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Holmes passes to Bagley. Launches it. The Grizzlies. And that one's good. Morant.
That jumper is just looking clean, confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Here's the Prophet, defended by Gordon. The Prophet passes to Holmes. And it's off the back rim, no good.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. So you don't get many chances easier than that.
Double by Bogdanovich. Outside Jackson. Back to Clark. Pocket 4. Jackson passes to Morant. His three-pointers off the mark. Kings leading now by 16. Right side Bagley. They grab their own miss. And another shot. He lays it in. Bagley's got 10.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Clark. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's Gordon missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D. Avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's Memphis on the break. Morant with the ball.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Bagley the pass to Fox. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by the Kings. The Prophet's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's been cold and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And Gordon over to help. Outside Bogdanovich. And Fox has it in the corner. That ball. Nice speed that time from Bogdanovich. And it's 7 points for De'Aaron Fox. Now a timeout called by Memphis. The Prophet really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Some changes for Sacramento. Walker's checked it. And so it's the Sacramento Kings holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. Back to the action after this word.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, some perspective, please.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cut. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at the prophet in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Timeout called by the Kings. As we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent, the biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. The better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. Fifth best, the Kings.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant is out there with Gordon, and it's Clark in at the three. It's tipped. Fox with the steal. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Drains the jumper to finish the break. The Prophets got 17 now.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
And the first one drops.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
He's perfect from the line this time. Kings leading now by 18. Here's the Prophet. Pass to Bagley. Barnes outside. Throws it up high.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. There's the steal. And they're running. Lobbed up there for Fox. That shot off.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Morant with a wide-open look. And it's off from three-point range. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's the Prophet, defended by Gordon. Here's the Prophet, and he goes big with the dunk right over Jaren Jackson.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now here's Morant. Defense is right there.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
The wide open look here for Fox. And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, man, coaches love seeing that. Barnes grinding on the offensive glass, turning a missed opportunity into points.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. T.O. number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Here's the Prophet, defended by Gordon. Pass to Fox. The pass to the Prophet. Five on the clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Here's Fox. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Tuesday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Toronto Raptors.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
That one drops for him. And it's now 23 points for the Prophet.
They're getting on a roll inside.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Fox. Gordon with no one around. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's the Prophet, defended by Gordon. Outside for Bagley. Passes it to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Here's the floater. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they got and be, more patient?
No, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. So, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
Fox hits them both.
But what you love about Fox is the edge he plays with, a competitive, aggressive player who feels like he can take on anybody.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for De'Aaron Fox. 12th in shooting percentage. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado, and more often than not, he prevails. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Shoots over Fox, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with yourself.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 9. Down low, Valanciunas. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
It was an ugly start to the second half.
Oh, that was an impressive floating pass. Woo!
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
But they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Clark, covered by Barnes. To the inside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
The Grizzlies have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And he makes the first. Bielitsa, he checks in for Rashawn Holmes. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Anderson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Barnes against Anderson. Here's the Prophet. 23 points in the game. Stolen by Jackson. Fox against Gordon. Pass to Morant. From the corner. Bagley with the rebound.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. He's just not connecting.
Barnes finds Fox. And he comes up with the deuce.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting just one.
Free throw good. Fox. So it's the Grizzlies now. Doubled by Fox. Here's Valanciunas. Great D that time from Bagley. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 19-4 run right now. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Morant.
Such a tricky cover inside. When Fox attacks like this, the defense responds with that same type of aggression.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Line for 2.
The first one falls.
That's what they want to see from him.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. Here's Trier, covered by Heel. Trier passes to Clark. Poked loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. Look at the Prophet, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And it's his explosiveness that jumps right out at you. I mean, he exploits gaps in the defense better than any player in the league. If there's an opening, he'll find it.
If there's a shot available, he'll take it. I mean, he gives them some big numbers, no doubt.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Trier passes to Favors. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Trier, covered by Heel. Shot clock at 5. Here's Clark, and it's denied. Here's the Prophet. He's got 25. Inside, here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And hey, that wasn't easy, but Parker was just committed to scoring no matter what.
Here's Trier. Ball's knocked loose. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Hield. And that one drops for him. Hield's got 10 points.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's the Prophet. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Grizzlies shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Sacramento, we've got Rashawn Holmes, and it's Soto in at the small forward position. Now Rivers. But he stays with it. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Trier. Valanciunas. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas.
Pass to the Prophet. I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with the Kings. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka helped by Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Trier. It's Rivers on the wing. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Rivers surveying the D. Here's Clark. And again, Memphis no good.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And the whistle's going to blow. It will be on Alonzo Trier. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Some changes for Memphis. Kyle Anderson comes in for Clark. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Trier. Here's the Prophet. Out to the right wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Melton passes to Rapp, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's the Prophet. Plays it up and banks it in. The Prophet's got 6 points in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And the pass to Valanciunas. That's a foul called on the Prophet. That's foul number 2 for him. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old Freddie Day, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they're taking fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I want to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right. Here's Baxter, and the rejection by Valanciunas. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Taken away. Pass to Baxter. Here's the Prophet. They double him with Rivers. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Myleague, he's checked in for Sacramento. Here's the Prophet. A negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if you have that, it'll be better for you.
Knocked loose. Melton feeling it out a bit. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. Melton's got his first points in this one.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
Here's the Prophet. He's guarded by Rivers. The rebound by Anderson.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's Melton. He kicks it to Rivers. But Trey nailed from three-point land.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
The Kings have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. He lobs it up. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here's Rivers. Valanciunas with the ball. Pass to Melton. Now here's Anderson. Clock at 6. A floater, and the shot goes in. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
That's just great initiative from Anderson right there. He's still seeing avenues to the basket and then taking them.
Pass to the Prophet. There's the triple. A rebound by Rab.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Here's Rivers. It doesn't go for him. And the Kings going the other way now. They double him with Rivers. Uncovered. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 9 points now in just the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Kings shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. They double him with Rivers. The pass to Soto. Good ball movement here by the Kings. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game, and the toughest job in the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
And he dunks it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Anderson outside. Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's Rab. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.